Uh, I could, but I would lose what I got on my other screen.
Yeah.
But
Try to
he
do it
came,
on your phone.
he came down by about $10,000. Well, no, not 10. Because what's his latest one? It's still,
71.
yeah, he came down
That's what
like
I was.
5,000.
5,000. Okay. That's what
Yeah,
I was trying to figure out.
yeah.
Hey, Tammy.
Hi, Chris.
Hey guys. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Sam.
Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Martin Gitlin.
Joined the meeting.
Hello.
Hey Marty.
Marty, when are we going to get to see your little shining, wonderful face?
I hope that that will occur on a real face as opposed to a virtual face. I just did an actual real face with my son and my two granddaughters too, and that was delightful. But you know, you guys, you're not as cute as any of them are.
No. You're way.
Oh, well.
But I love you anyway.
Oh, boy, that makes me feel wonderful, Marty. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
So, Marty, do you have Wi-Fi at all?
Yes, I
Oh.
have strong signal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll look at that new Chromebook before the next meeting, and I'll see. You know, maybe.
You don't have
Okay.
to lie, Marty.
Huh?
You don't have to lie.
I'll look at it. I didn't say I would do anything with it.
Look, if I can figure it out, you can figure it out.
I was thinking the same thing. It's a matter of I am impressed, Frank. I was just delighted that you and I really enjoyed the delight with which you used your new toy.
Oh, it's kind of fun.
I
Yeah.
know. I know. Like I said, it was really neat. John set it up for me, and I got to see his house and his grandkids and his wife, and it was just delightful. But I cannot stand just so much delight in one day. Now, I got this Turner Morris thing, and Earl has a picture of downtown Denver. And so I don't know what the hell is going on.
Oh, I missed the picture of downtown Denver.
Turner Morris, let's see what that says. I'll try and click on that, okay. It's not doing a damn thing. Okay, that's okay. Okay.
Well, Tim Morris is here now, so you can ask him questions if you want to do there, Marty.
My question.
Hello, Tim. This is Frank.
Hi, Tim. I got the letter to town of Silver Plume. I will now look at that. Come here. Don't hide from me, you dirty son. Okay, there we go.
He's not talking to you, Tim. He's talking to the computer.
I don't. I'm really a 20th century person. I'm not. My password on the sheriff's office computer was Luddite, so that'll give you an idea of my. I don't want Vladimir Putin know what I'm doing, and this will let him know. And Dick Cheney, both of them dirtbags.
Oh God, is Dick Cheney still around?
Oh yeah, he's never going to die. He's been in Disney, one of those automatons. You can see him in the back of It's a Small World. He's the one with, holding a knife to one of the pirates' throats.
Jesus.
All right, what are we doing here? Are we going to socialize? If I wanted to socialize, we do it.
Let's see. Have we got a quorum? Sarah. Is Sarah going to join us?
I think she is.
Yeah.
Sasha's out of town. She will not be joining.
That's fine. She has to recuse anyways. Let me text Sarah real quick and ask her, see if she's going to join us.
Sam, you got to yell. Scream at the motherfucker because,
So let me text Sarah real quick and see if she's going to join us.
Okay.
Oh, hey,
Sarah.
There she is right now, Sam.
Hi, Sarah.
All right, I think we're right here, Sam. Okay, Sarah, you here?
Yes, Sam, sorry I'm late. I signed on with my other computer and I didn't have the right link. It was on my other computer. Sorry about that.
Okay. All right, well, let's call the meeting to order at 6:05. I think everybody's here but Sasha. Am I right?
Yes.
I move to approve the agenda.
Second.
Is somebody coming in? Silver. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Hi.
Okay, is there any public comment before we get into the roof replacement? Okay, let's start with the roof replacement then. Did everybody get the emails that was sent out with the from the two different proposals? Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay,
Oh, hey, Sam.
yeah,
I didn't get anything recent from the Sean guy.
I sent it out day before yesterday. It should have been in your email.
It was from Sam.
Yeah, it was from.
Is that the drywall bid, Sam?
No, that was
No,
right before that.
no, we're.
Okay.
I think we're going to deal with the drywall next meeting rather than tonight.
Yes.
Yes. But the
Or
question
I would firmly
was
recommend dealing with the drywall next meeting as opposed to tonight.
Frank, it was yesterday at 6:24 a.m. And it says this
Okay.
is the production town hall roof proposal.
Was there any substantial change in that?
Yeah, it went up a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's two different bids from Sean. One's for, was it 19 something? I don't have it right in front of me. It was 19.
It is 19, 649 and 41 and 16, 904, 08 were the two, depending upon what, two options. And the most significant difference is, there's a couple of things, but the most significant difference is the higher bid is to do the ice shield on the entire roof as opposed to just the one course at the bottom.
Okay. Thank you.
Very well put, Marty.
Don't suck up.
I never said I was sucking up, but
Okay.
and it looks like Turner Morris's bid went down about $4,000 from what it was.
Right. I've read through that.
What, that 40-page memorandum that's as, large as the book of Exodus?
He wants to get all the information we need.
It's all
Nicely
very
done.
good information, Marty.
Yes, it's very, very nicely and professionally done. No question.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And thank you for all that effort. I appreciate it greatly.
All right. Mr. Morris, I got a couple questions and comments for you.
Yes, sir.
I talked to a friend of mine up in Wyoming that does roofs and explained to him the difference between yours and what Sean's proposed. And he basically told me that what you're proposing is what you would see on multi-million-dollar homes, and that the other one, the snap together kind that Sean uses, would be plenty good enough for our little town hall. What's your response to that?
Yeah, well, I guess I disagree. As I mentioned in my letter, I started out roofing in Vermont, and we get some pretty serious ice dams up there in the mountains. And I learned the traditional standing seam, which is the double lock. You fold the seam over 2 times, so you got a basic 180-degree bend in the metal in the seam, which makes it almost waterproof. When I moved to Colorado, I started doing roofing like I did in Vermont, and I noticed the snap lock. I was surprised to see it, but when in Rome, do as the Romans do. And it's a lot cheaper. And so I thought, well, if everybody's doing it, I'll do it too. And I did actually some big projects in Denver. We did install a special butyl sealant in every single seam, and those worked out okay. But we did it up in the mountains. And because we put snow fences on these roofs because they were, residential and they didn't want the ice to fall off on people. So that created big ice dams when you put snow fencing on the roof. What we found out was it leaked right through the seams because, behind a big ice dam, when it gets warm, the water puddles and then the water goes right through that seam. Because if you look at a snap lock seam, it's not a watertight seam at all. It's just a piece of metal on top of another piece of metal. So we made the choice in-house that we weren't going to do snap lock anymore because I hate getting those calls that, hey, your roof is leaking that you just installed. I don't ever want to get those calls. So that's why I would differ with that. And again, kind of going back to my Vermont experience, this was a standard roof on a farmhouse or even a shed. It wasn't, if you're going to do a barn, that's a different story. a barn, I would use corrugated metal, and that's perfectly appropriate for a barn. If you get a little bit of a leaking in a barn, nobody gets too excited.
Sam's on mute.
Oh, yeah, I'll just weigh in. That very helpful insights on that. Much appreciated.
You there, Sam?
Oh, it looks like he's on mute.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Oh, there he
I'm
is.
sorry. Did you have something, Chris?
No, we're just waiting for your response. You have to
Okay.
answer your question.
Does anybody else have any questions for Mr. Morris?
No, just thank him. Just thank you for participating tonight.
Yes. Hey, Sam, just to move things along,
Yeah.
I would make a motion that we, whoops, I lost my other computer screen. Hang on.
I'm sorry.
I'm working on two computers at once here.
I would have never thought I'd hear those
Right.
words.
Yeah. Except
Oh, well, I got on my meeting with a phone and a computer.
well,
Oh,
that's
dear.
what I used to be doing. Okay, I'm ready to go. I defeated the gremlins in my other computer. I
Sorry, I
would
got
make a
kicked off for a
motion we accept. Yeah, I would make a motion we accept the Turner Morris bid.
I would second that motion.
I agree.
Okay. Any other discussion?
Well, I would ask Tim I still grapple with great difficulty in the 32,000 and the 19 and some odd thousand. Is that difference explicitly the cost of the final roofing material? Is that what we're saying? So it's $12,000 difference because of that distinction.
You know, I don't know. It could be other things too. It probably is. I haven't seen their proposal. You know, I'm not sure the gauge of their metal. I'm not sure what their flashing details are. Generally, I talked about this job with John Busenitz because he measured the roof and he's very familiar with it. And
Sure.
some of the, I'm sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Sorry, I'll turn off the clock is probably loud. Sorry.
We talked about some of the details. You have, just for some of the details, quite frankly, are hard to put into a proposal. But you have, for example, a wall on the front of the building. At one point, that wall is curved. That proposes quite a challenge for a metal roofing contractor. If it's, you either learn how to bend metal in a curve, which we can do with some really cool tools and some really good skilled workmen, or you cut the metal off and you goober it up with a whole bunch of caulk. That's sort of the difference between a really good metal installation and an amateur metal installation. So those are the kind of things I don't know. I'm not, I don't know what the other person's doing, but I know what we do. And those are probably some of the things that make up the difference in pricing, I'm guessing.
Sure. No, that's helpful. I also know that Sean's hourly rate is $35, and I imagine an organization like yours probably charges more per hour for your labor.
Yeah, I'm sure you're right. I think overhead is definitely a difference.
Yeah. Okay.
That's true.
Yeah, and I would say, no criticism intended, but it is extremely difficult for me to go with a bid that's $12,000 more than the other. So I'm just struggling with that. Nothing about quality or anything else. That's my challenge. Thank you for bearing with me.
Yeah, I empathize with the struggle, and I understand, the struggle, because it's huge. It's a huge difference, and that's why I thought you guys were in a really difficult predicament at the last meeting. I felt bad for you. The only thing I could say is, and it's hard because one is timing and two is cost. But if you put a really detailed specification together and a pre-qualification requirement, in other words, the roofer has done these types of projects that you could go see and so forth. If you put those things in place, you could put this out to bid. The reality is, because I do a lot of bid work too, the reality is I don't think you're going to save any money and it's going to take you a lot of time. But I think you would get prices that are really close to our price.
No, I read your letter and I really appreciate that. And I'm sure you're right. So anyway, that I'm done and I appreciate you bearing with me on that.
No, I totally understand how you feel. That's a good question.
Okay, I'd like to say a few things here. Sean unfortunately couldn't make it tonight. So I had a discussion with him, and you've seen all the specifications on his roof and his bid. I think it's got a fairly comparable warranty. Of course, other people on the board know probably both companies better than I do. I've asked around to different people and haven't heard anything bad about Sean's except a comment that Chris made. Everybody else says that he's a very reputable company. And I, like Sarah, have a problem with that big of a difference for what I believe is a fairly comparable product. There's no doubt in my mind Turner Morris's is better. I don't know that it's $12,000 better. That's just my opinion. I thought I'd throw that out.
Yeah, appreciate it, Sam. Chris, can you explain what your challenge with Sean is? Because I think it would be important for the board to have that full information.
What I hear around town is that the snap lock seal roof that he put onto Earl and Sue's roof last year has already sprung a leak up, and he's got to go back and go fix it this year. So it's not necessarily a negative comment or anything like that. That's just, a thing to hear. The snap lock roof was leaking within a year that he just put on Earl and Sue's roof. I don't know Sean Platt's work that well at all. It's not trying to be negative at all. I want to make sure that's perfectly clear. I
didn't mean to infer that. That was the only comment that I heard from anybody that wasn't just a glowing report.
So that it's the comparable materials that he's proposing with the same underlay, etc., that he's proposing for the town, Chris?
I believe so. That's the snap lock roof that's on Earl and Sue's house. It's the metal roof. And like I said, it's not trying to be negative or nothing. It's just what I hear that he had to come back and fix it this year because it did leak after the ice dams this year.
Right. All right.
And trust me, my roof leaked too this year after the ice dams, and I only have a corrugated steel roof on my building. And I had a hell of a time this year.
Yeah, and I had no leaks this year, and I don't have anything near that quality of roofing. But okay, yeah, thanks. Well, that's helpful. That's helpful.
And I'd like to add a little, hopefully a little stuff, if I may.
Go ahead, Marty.
Okay, thank you. The reputation of Turner Morris is nothing but stellar. It's not what Marlon Brando is out in the street screaming "Stella" in a wonderful Tennessee Williams play. But I think that you folks have one of the best reputations in what you do. Okay. I have I haven't spoken to them. I haven't heard about the Earl and Sue's roof, but I've known Sean for quite a while, and that's the first really negative comment I've heard, and so that's one thing. I really support if there is a decent comparison between any two products to support local businesses. I don't know, and it may be kind of irrelevant. I would think that part of the price differential, and Tim, you did mention overhead, and that's a very inclusive term, I realize, and I'm assuming some of that is an estimating department or other parts of your organization which need to be factored into certain things. And I may be wrong, and if so, that's never happened before, but I appreciate that small possibility. Anyway, so I would just, as I say, I have very good feelings about the way Sean approaches his jobs and the quality of the work that comes out on the other end. So that's kind of what I wanted to, and the local entity supporting local business, especially at this time when everything, not large companies and small companies, and everyone is suffering due to, we won't get into what it's due to. But anyway, so that's my comment. Good
I would
dog.
just like to say again, I don't know much about Sean's work at all, and just as one comment that I heard, and it could be all the materials fault for all I know. I don't want to seem like I'm sandbagging Sean under the table here, guys. Really.
Oh no, I don't think anybody perceives it as that. I think that it's information that it would be, or the responsible thing to do is to share it with the rest of the board. So, that no one, I think, in any way perceives it as being negative or anything like that. It's just information to utilize in our decision making. So thank you for bringing that.
I totally agree. Totally agree.
Sam, may I add something here? Hearing
Yeah,
no
go ahead.
response.
Go ahead.
Okay, I was going to proceed anyway. Thank you. As I stated in the last meeting, I too am struggling with the difference between the two bids for a relatively the same roof on the same building. But what I'm looking at is we're going to be using this building hopefully way beyond the lifetimes of all of us here, certainly mine. And I think we need to get the best roof we can on that thing so we aren't doing the same thing in 10 years. So that's kind of my thinking. I want a quality roof on this building. We're sinking money into this building. We might as well get the best roof we can that we can afford. We haven't really dived into the question on do we have the money to, or what we're going to forego for other town projects if we spend money on this roof. I think that's a whole thing that we haven't really got time to do. So that's kind of my thinking. I'm just looking for the best roof that we can afford, and hopefully the building won't burn down and we'll lose the roof. Oh, the building might burn down. We'll have the roof down to the ground.
You better knock on wood, Frank.
We could probably salvage the roof.
Right.
Very well said, Frank.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that, Frank. And from having participated in the last year's budgeting exercise, and Chris and Sam, certainly if you remember in more detail, the reality is we didn't budget with ample additional expenses allocated. So, I honestly don't think we budgeted for this additional expense, but we are also in a hugely historically unusual circumstance where we have a bit of a larger reserve than we have had in the past. And, so that would support, Frank, a decision like the one you're suggesting that we might not be able to do at another time so conveniently. I mean, we can always make the numbers work, I guess, is what I end up coming to, if everybody prefers the other roofing approach, the more expensive.
Yeah, and I agree with, I respect everyone's opinion on the board, and I have no problem with, the decision that will come out of this board. I have utmost confidence in all of you fine and wonderful, upstanding motherfuckers.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Moore?
I would just like to add one more thing. It's currently pouring rain right now in here, Jim.
Yes.
We could do a quick survey about town and see whose metal roof is leaking and whose isn't.
Yeah, but no, I think that, we're at a point where this is it. We're going to commit and get it taken care of. And we haven't, I don't think monsoon season has even started. So as wonderful and appreciative as all we are about that job that you and your family did, Sam, and thank you again. But we need to get this thing done.
I have one more question for Mr. Morris real quick.
Okay.
Yes.
What, and I'm sure you sent it to us in the paperwork and I just didn't see it, but what is the warranty on your product and what does it cover? Oh. Can you hear me?
Yeah, he's looking it up right now.
Okay, Mr. Morris, could you tell us a little bit about your warranty?
He might have froze up. Yeah, I think he froze up. He isn't moving. Yeah, he's gone.
We have lightning in
There he
Georgetown.
is. He's back. There you go, Sam.
Are you back with us?
It's all right. Yeah, I just all of a sudden you were all frozen on the screen and I was gone. So I apologize for that.
All right.
So what happens if Comcast goes out during this meeting?
We're screwed. So let's get going here.
Okay.
Mr. Morris,
I don't know. I'm on sense. Oh, go ahead.
could you tell us a little bit about your warranty? How long is the roof warranted for and what does it cover?
Sure. We issue a 2-year workmanship warranty and there's a 35-year warranty on the metal. So, the theory of a 2-year workmanship warranty is if we do something wrong, it's going to show up in the first year and you're going to fix it. And then you have a whole nother year to get your confidence level back up. And then the manufacturer of the metal actually warranties it for 35 years. If I add one more thing, back to what Sarah brought up about, the differences between the roof and you mentioned overhead, the machine that makes these panels that we own costs about $80,000. The machine that actually makes this, folds that seam over twice, as we talked about, costs about $8,000. So those are some of the overhead things. We obviously don't charge you, for any of that equipment, but we obviously have to buy that equipment, and that, is part of the reason why I think Sean said, that's why he can't do a machine seam, because he doesn't possess that equipment. And I totally understand that. If I was going to do a few roofs a year, I would never go out and buy that kind of equipment either, because it's unaffordable. But it does make a superior seam, but it does cost money. So unfortunately, that makes a difference.
Oh, no, that's realistic, and that's why you guys do such good work, is because you're willing to invest in equipment that maintains a standard of quality that is exemplary. How's that for being positive?
I appreciated that comment. That was really nice.
No, I've done a lot of buildings around and stuff, and again, almost the same thing. I've never heard anything negative about you folks. So I don't think we're gonna. No matter what we do, I think we're gonna be okay.
So from Frank's
Motion.
motion, where do we stand?
Yeah,
let's call the question.
Yep.
You there, Sam?
Give me just a second here. I'm trying to find the warranty on Sean's to see how it compares.
I think he said it was a 1 year and then plus the materials warranty.
Yeah. 1 year labor warranty, and then I think the materials was 10 or 15 years. I can't remember.
I suspect there's no comparison, honestly.
According to the warranty that Sean sent me for his product, the colors for 45 years, and the material, it looks like it's for 30 years. Yeah, the color's 45 years, and the integrity of the material's 30 years.
What did he say for workmanship? Was it 1 year or 2?
It's not, that's not in this document, and I don't remember what he said.
I believe it was 1 year.
That's
1
what
year?
I would. One.
Yeah.
Okay, any more comments, discussion?
Yeah, well, quick one. In the motion, Frank, we've already established which of the 4 different products we are going to purchase and commit to. And if not, does that need to be in your motion? That's a comment and a question. Or maybe 2 questions.
I think at the last meeting, we decided we was going with the standing seam.
Yeah. And the rest color.
Right, okay. So that's not something that we need to address in this motion then, correct?
I don't believe so. That's what's in your.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, any more discussion?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay, we have a motion on. Frank, you want to repeat your motion?
The motion was to accept the latest Turner Morris bid for the new roof on the small town hall.
And I seconded it.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Let's do it by name. Frank?
Yes, aye.
Sarah?
Aye.
Kathy?
Aye.
Marty?
No.
Who'd I miss?
Me, and I'm an aye.
Oh, Chris? Okay. 5-1. I guess we go with Turner Morris.
4-1.
4-1.
4-1, yes, Sasha's not here. And she
Yeah,
would be
4-1, I'm
recused
sorry.
anyway.
Motion passes.
Motion passes.
Congratulations, Mr. Morris. Look forward to working with you.
Yeah.
But thank
me
you very
too,
much,
even.
folks, for your
Yes.
confidence. I appreciate it. I know it's a hard decision for everybody.
Tim, you have been very helpful and patient with us, and thank you for that.
Well, I always say buying a roof is kind of like going to the dentist. It's nothing that people really like to do, but you don't want to do it again. So,
Well put.
Yep.
so you want to get it right. But yeah, we'll do a great job for you. Thank you so much. And you've already chosen the color. Is that what I understand?
The rest, I believe, right? I believe that's what everybody else is under the impression.
What's that? I'm sorry.
The rest color.
If you've chosen the color, you could write that right into the write it right on the contract or the proposal.
Everyone's
your choice
on
when
this.
you sign it, and that way we'll have a good clarification on that.
I was really going for pink.
I mean, it's not the
Hughes.
worst choice,
Sounds
but
I like that word.
I think the rust will look really good on there. That's just me.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But I like rusty old trucks. I mean, so.
Are we talking about color? I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time understanding.
Yeah, we're talking about color. Did you
I'd like to see us go with the rusted metal look.
Yeah, we all agree.
Yep.
Sam, I wanted pink.
I think I'm gonna have to veto you on that one.
Well, guys, I move that we adjourn this meeting.
One more thing, Mr. Morris, do you wanna send us over an agreement for me to sign, or what do we need to do there as far as paperwork to get it started?
Sure, yeah. Tammy, I think you all actually have that proposal that I sent out tonight.
Mhm.
Yes, we do.
So you can sign that and write right on the proposal the color you want. So it's, it's on the record, so to speak. And then I could come by Monday and pick that up from
Okay.
whomever is signing it.
Okay,
Sounds
Um,
good.
let me know what time you'll be by and I'll meet you at the town hall and
Okay. Let me take a quick look here at Monday, if you don't mind.
Really is.
I'm really flexible. We're doing actually we're doing a standing seam roof just like this, by the way, at that building you've probably driven by 100 times, Ski Country Antiques on Floyd Hill.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just starting that project. So I got to go down there in the morning. So I fly right by Silver Plume. Would 9 o'clock be a good time or for you? Or
Yeah,
actually, I'm going to be on that job site at 7. So I'll probably be coming back up your way around 9. Would
Yeah,
that
that'd be fine.
work for you?
Yep.
Okay. Thanks, Sam.
Jim,
Uh-huh.
did you say that you're doing the same kind of roof on that building?
We are, yeah.
So maybe the board members could have a look at it if they go by.
That's true.
I don't know. I'm done with roofs for this lifetime. And I have utmost faith that, we will not have to deal with this in my lifetime anyway. And I want to thank everyone on the board
Thank
for
you all.
Yeah,
the
thank
due
you.
diligence that they put into this decision. So I really enjoyed the process. Thank you all.
All right, guys. I gotta get going down to the
Take care.
big city. So,
Second.
Thank you, everyone.
Good
All in
weekend.
favor?
Thank you. Bye-bye.
bye.
Aye.
Okay, bye.
Everyone have
Bye.
a good night.
Hey, Chris, you want to go play golf?
Nope, I got too much to do, buddy. But
Okay.
I might take you up the following Monday.
No, that'll be the end of the July 4th weekend. I don't want to deal with, the
Yeah, maybe the one
residuals.
after that. That's true.
Yeah.
We'll talk.
You
And I
bet.
might have found
Okay.
you some tires. Come by tomorrow afternoon.
Okay, before
I'll
I go to work.
golfing.
Yep.
I'll go
Sounds good.
golfing with you if there's little castles and stuff to shoot the ball into.
Oh, no castles. A little
No
bit of
real
sand.
golf.
A lot of trees.
A lot of
Yeah.
trees. A little bit of sand.
And the drink cart girl.
No, she ain't even out right now.
Yeah.
You
Hey,
have to-
Chris,
Yeah.
so I don't have to call you later or bug you later. I need to get the keys to the yellow tow truck from you sometime.
There, if you pop open the garage door opener on the roof of the truck, like on the
Uh-huh.
inside of it, they
Yeah.
fall down. They're in there.
Oh, I thought I looked in all the compartments up there. I must have missed one.
They're in there. They should be.
Hey, okay.
All right. Let me know when you get that transfer case out. Thanks, Sam.
All right. Bye.
And it's sunny again. Yay, nice rain.
Oh, good. It's coming our way.
Yep.
Thank you, everyone.
Yep, thank you.
All right. Good night.
Have a good night, everyone, and be safe.
Bye, Kathy.